All right, so don't get me wrong. I love my 100 Series Toyota Land Cruiser. I will admit it is not a perfect vehicle, especially being 20 some years old now, but I do love it. Now, if you're in the market, if you're looking at one, there are 5 things I want to talk to you about that are reasons why you might consider not buying one. So let's go ahead and get started. Number one, especially in today's day and age, this thing has very little power, has a big lack of power. You're only getting about 235 horsepower from the early generation 100 series, and even up to 2006, you only bump up to 275 horsepower after the variable valve timing. This is not a lot of horsepower, especially with today's vehicles. You can get a 4Runner with a 4-cylinder engine nowadays with 275 horsepower, and the latest normal Land Cruiser before they redid everything, you were getting 380 horsepower with the same exact miles per gallon as you were getting back in 2001. What does this equate to? You're not going to be able to get really high top speed on this thing. You're going to have slow pickup, and especially as these vehicles are getting older, they have a lot less power than when they started off, and you really don't want to push the engine on these things. So be prepared for a slow ride, not a lot of acceleration. Number two, now you may think as you're getting less power, maybe you're getting better gas mileage. Wrong. You're only getting 13, maybe up to 17 miles a gallon, and that's brand new. Especially as these vehicles are 20 some years old now, you're actually going to be getting less gas mileage than that, so you're not even going to be getting 17. This vehicle weighs over 5,000 pounds. It's got a big old V8 engine in it. And if you do off-road, you're going to be adding extra weight with things like bigger 33-inch tires, a front bumper, a rear bumper, a roof rack, all that kind of stuff. So you're not going to be getting good gas mileage in this thing. You're not buying it for the gas mileage. You're going to be spending a lot of money on gas. One other part about this is it's always in 4-wheel drive. There is no 2-wheel drive option. So you are always sending power to all 4 wheels, which does reduce your gas mileage even more. Number three, again, these things are 20 years old, so the interiors are not going to be modern. They're not going to be new. They're going to be missing a lot of features that you might see in today's cars. You're not going to have any CarPlay from the factory, no Android, no Apple compatibility, no smart technology, no cameras, no backup cameras. It doesn't even calculate your miles per gallon or how many miles you have left in the tank. There's no blind spot, no lane assist, no navigation, no remote start. All that stuff you can get aftermarket, but when you're considering buying one, kind of keep that in mind. You may have to spend even more money to get those features added. Just to give you an idea how old these things are, it even has a cigarette lighter and an ashtray. That's how old they are. Like I said, you can upgrade to a touchscreen radio, new speakers, new cameras, all that stuff, but it still doesn't feel like the integrated modern cars of today. So if you're okay with that, great. If not, maybe you don't consider buying one of these older vehicles. Number four, these things are not cheap on the used car market. Many people are looking for these things. They're very highly sought after. So if you're going to be buying one, you're going to be paying a premium price for one. I bought mine back in 2016 for $8,500, and I look at the Blue Book value now with 140,000 more miles on it, and it's about $11,000 of what I could sell it for according to the Blue Book. I've seen some ranging all the way up to $25,000 for these 100 series Land Cruisers. Number five, and my last point, be prepared to spend a lot of money on maintenance. Not because these are not well-built vehicles, but because they are 20 years old and many parts will start to fail that you normally wouldn't have to work on a more modern or a newer car. Things like water pumps, timing belts, exhaust systems, your head gasket, your starter. After 20 years, these parts just wear out. They're very well-made parts. They'll last another 20 years if you replace them, but be prepared to do a lot of these different jobs. And one more thing as a bonus, rust. These vehicles, as old as they are going to have rust on them. If you bought it especially from the Northeast or anywhere out in the Midwest where it snowed a lot and there's a lot of salt on the roads, you're going to be having a lot more rust issues than you would if you buy it from the South or somewhere on the West Coast. So look to buy from there if you are going to buy one of these. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any other reasons or comments, please drop them in the comment section here below. Otherwise, I hope this video helped you make a decision whether you want to invest and buy an older Land Cruiser. I definitely recommend it, but I want to make sure you are informed and aware of all the reasons why you might want to consider not doing it.